The nearest airstrip is located just outside of Drake Bay, and our crew set out in the early morning to prep for our first excursion in flight. Until 1997, the only means of getting here was by boat, but with the road came the airstrip, and now many people choose to fly in by charter. There's also the opportunity to explore from the air, and by all accounts, we were the first people to haul our own ultralight here to do it. In this unfamiliar and unforgiving terrain, the most important consideration is safety, and we were well prepared.
This is what we've got for some of our safety gear for the airplane. I do a lot of flying over the ocean, so I have a life jacket here. You can just inflate it, pulling there. And of course the airplane's fairly loud, so we got hearing protection, my earphones, and they fit right into the helmet. And this helmet is actually pretty good design here. I have a face mask because, as you can see, there's no windshield or anything on the airplane. So if I happen to hit a bird or a bug or anything, I get it right in the snout. So it's a lot better here to deflect it off the windscreen. On the airplane itself, we have a bunch of safety features. We have the survival kit here, which is full of flares and all kinds of ways of signaling people, because we're flying in very remote areas all around here, in the jungle and the ocean and all that. So we have flares and dyes for the water and a number of other things, signal mirrors and that kind of stuff. And then up above here, if you can see way up there, there's the emergency location transmitter. It's the ELT. And that has a little weight switch that will set that off if it was a sudden jolt, or I can set it off with a switch. And that sends a signal up to the satellite so that it's search and rescue, and then they can come find us. So that's a great thing to have. We tend to fly the aircraft fairly aggressively, and we do adventurous things with them. And really, when you think about it, low-level flying over the jungle, it's a little dancing with the devil going on there. But
the Osa Peninsula is one of the richest and most diverse tropical areas on Earth, and in 1975, a progressive Costa Rican government designated more than one-third of it to be preserved as national parkland. The stunning combination of lush jungle and rocky shoreline protect the largest expanse of virgin tropical forest remaining on Central America's Pacific coast. Sheer isolation maintains a pristine wilderness of deserted beaches, mangrove swamps, and the most intense jungle in the country. A maze of hiking trails provide access from the coast to the jungle interior, but flying provides a perspective like no other.
the flying is unique because this particular aircraft is very slow, very maneuverable. It's limited because of that, in that it gets blown around by the winds a lot, but when it's calm, it's really pleasurable to fly because you can get right into the canopy here, particularly on the hills where you seem to get a lot of vegetation change.
This is considered by many to be the most lavish rainforest in Central America, as impressive in its exuberance as the tall forests of the Amazon basin.
As the land here heats up, the atmosphere is heated from below. So the sun's rays warm up the ground, this air rises, and it pulls the air in off the ocean. So we get this constant breeze which is accelerating and getting stronger and stronger as the heat increases. And then of course, and behind us we have the mountains, so as that warm air is coming in, it's also being lifted and pushed up by the mountains, and you get a lot of convection going on there and cumulus clouds building all day long. I guess that's partly where the rainforest activity comes in. You're getting raining.
You see here, for me, this is the biggest open book that you could have for biology.
The Osa Peninsula has about 350 species of birds. has about 117 species of amphibians and reptiles and about 140 species of mammals. And plants and trees, we have over 500 species just here in the area.
I believe that the people who come to learn about Costa Rica are people who are already in their country interested in nature. So when they come, they learn about what there is, and they learn about that there is a need to protect those things in order to not lose them in the future. So the best thing that Costa Rica can do is getting those people over here, teaching them what there is, the beauty, the nature that there is, and telling them what they can do to help preserve it.
Okay, another great invention, horse cam. Yeah, this will give us a good point of view of the horse traveling through the rainforest.
The private reserve like this never will be part of a national park, but will work as a supporting area as a private reserve. The purpose of this is try to protect all the Osa Peninsula, because it's the last place in Central America with the tropical wet forest. If you check in the rest of the Pacific coast in Central America, you won't find any other rainforest, just here. If you check in the Caribbean, you will find all the Caribbean coast full of tropical rainforest, but here this is the only place with Amazonian forest. That creates a lot of endemism, many endemic species of trees, animals, and birds, insects, lizards, many things.
Time to go in the forest.
It sure is.
Very important thing that we don't have to do in the forest is grab branches without looking at the branches first. Because we have poisonous snakes, for example, and we have one particular snake that stick on the trees to sleep. That way, if you grab the branch, you can grab one of the snakes and you don't want to get bit for one of those.
And they make like a they are really producing a kind of resonance in their mandible, which is very, very wide, that all of them make a very, very loud sound. And if you see their testicles, which are white, it's a very, very important status indicator. As bigger the testicles are for them, as this is more important into the truth.
Well, they're hard to miss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you see this is the fruit from the tree that I'm pointing there. This is campano, or bell tree, which is endemic tree from the Osa Peninsula. And Osa Peninsula is basically one island. I know this is part of the rest of the country, but the biologically talking about, this is an island.
This place is beautiful. This place we need to conserve because it's actually the only place with tropical wet forests in the Pacific coast in all Central America. And how do you do that? Just telling people, just giving people the experience. Try to get the people to get to see those animals and explaining what they're doing and why.
Hi there.
Hello.
That looked beautiful.
Yeah.
I almost couldn't tell the difference between you and the eagles up there. You look pretty high.
Yeah, I was up really high. So up flying around the clouds there for a while up to 4,000 feet. It's a really neat cumulus. Right? So it builds, it comes right off the ocean, up in there, zooming around in there, and then all the jungle flying. But they got some nice low stuff around the trees, up and down there. Lots of birds there.